Ashley Speaks. It's your girl Ashley, and today we're going to be talking about why I decided to get Invisalign. So, growing up, didn't have any issues with my teeth. My teeth were fine, they grew in well. The only thing I recall is my two front teeth took a really long time to come in after they, I think, fell out, or I hit them out, or whatever I did. So that's the only thing I recall, is having no two front teeth for a really long time. But other than that, like, I have really had no issues with my teeth until college. In college, I started to have like a lot of cavities, and we realized that the dentist that I was seeing, because my mother played no games. My mother used to be a dental assistant, so she would take me to the dentist twice a year for my cleanings, and I never missed a checkup. So I was always at the dentist, as I was supposed to be. But we realized after the fact that the dentist I had wasn't really good. Like, he kept putting a watch on certain teeth, which is a thing that they do, like, if they're gonna see, I guess when they want to see how it's going to progress, if it's really going to turn to a cavity or if it's really nothing serious. But it turned out that those things he was putting watches on actually were things that I needed to get addressed. So later on in life, I ended up having like a whole bunch of cavities I had to address, which was really, really crazy and annoying, considering that we did everything we could do to keep up with my dental hygiene. So that was the only thing. So as I got older, really more recently, like in the past, I would say like 4 to 5 years is when my teeth started to kind of shift. I don't really know what happened or why, and I don't think anybody can really thoroughly explain it to me, but I became a tongue thruster, which means my tongue kind of thrusts or pushes against my teeth. My tongue is not really long, so it's ridiculous to me because I have a really short tongue. Like, look, a really short tongue, but my tongue rests like right at the back of my bottom teeth, right? So when I'm sleeping and throughout the day, like, that's where my tongue rests. And I started to notice, let's say like in 2018. I think it was like around 2018, I started to notice that was happening, and seeing a slight like difference in my bite, that like my bottom teeth were starting to push out slightly. So my sister, who's also a dental assistant, you know, she told me that I could just try to be more cautious of where I'm putting my tongue, and, you know, try to push it back. So like every like day or so, I would just sit there and be like, just to try to push my teeth back. But of course, like, I don't know, maybe if I consistently did it, it may have made a difference, but I didn't. So as the years went on, here we are now, and it's gotten a little bit worse. I used to always think that I had a beautiful smile. It was something that like I would be complimented on, and then you know, it'd be that one person that just really makes you be like, ugh. So it was like this one guy I was dating, he was like, oh, you ever thought about getting your teeth fixed? And that was like when it first started to happen. And I'm looking at him like, have you ever thought about doing, like, I could say a whole lot, you know, to yourself? But then it really got me thinking, like, damn, like, people are noticing my teeth, like, and it really made me feel some type of way. So anyways, that didn't bother me too much that year. Like, I kind of let it go and kept going on. But, you know, as the years went by, you know, a couple of years went by, and I'm seeing that it is getting worse, I decided I wanted to just take care of it. So of course, you know, you have the options for braces, or traditional braces, and then Invisalign. And then of course it's all like the Invisalign knockoffs, which I'm not gonna hold you, I was considering, because they are dumb cheaper. But when you come from a family of people in the dental field, they push you away from that. So back in, was it this, well, we're in 2021 now, but I think it was early in 2020, I had went for my first consultation. And I remember him telling me, the dentist told me, that if I did Invisalign, it would take longer than the traditional braces. I think he had me as I think my treatment plan was like 18 months with traditional, and like, no, maybe like 12 months with traditional and 18 months with Invisalign. I think that's what it was. So here is the quote for traditional braces, and here is the quote for Invisalign. So that's what I was gonna do at first, and I don't even know why I didn't go through with it. I think I just had other stuff going on. I had just bought my house, so I was just like, all right, let me wait. So there's this practice that my sister was working at, and I was talking to her about wanting to do it again, and she recommended I go there for a consultation. So I did, and that was more recently. They're Hunt Valley Orthodontics, which is out here in Maryland. So they, when you go in, like you meet with like a dental assistant, talk to them about what you want. Then she takes a few images. She does one that's like one that does a full kind of image of your bite, like a 3D one. And then she did like a couple other like x-rays. And then you meet with the dentist. He kind of asks what it is that you're trying to fix, talks to you a little bit about it. And then lastly, you meet with their like financial person or manager to go over like how much it's gonna cost or what other payment options they have. So for me, the dentist kind of said it would be the same amount regardless. He was just like, whichever one you want to do, whether it's traditional or Invisalign, like either or is fine. So so that's what happened with that. He told me it would be about 18 to 24 months. And you know, that variation has to do with how, I guess, how good I am at actually sticking to wearing them, because that's the difficult thing about Invisalign. You can take them out. So like you literally are in control of your treatment. So if you take it out and you forget to put it back in for like 8 hours, and that's 8 hours that no movement was happening in your mouth, right? So you're supposed to have these in your mouth for 22 hours out of the 24 hours in a day. That's pretty much all damn day. You're only supposed to take them out to eat or to drink anything that's not clear. And I don't know how I'm gonna do that, because I am a muncher. Like I munch or graze, as my sister would say, all throughout the day. I take forever to drink my beverages. Like I'll make my coffee in the morning at like 8 o'clock and I'm not done with it until like 9:15. And it's only like a little, I think it's like a 10-ounce mug, you know? I told this to the dentist and he was like, how does it stay hot? I was like, it's an insulated cup. But like, that's me, and I can't do that. So like, that's definitely gonna be the biggest challenge for me, is sticking to that 2-hour time frame. I'm gonna have to be real like quick when I eat and when I drink, and like I said, I don't know how that's gonna work out. So especially because the amount of calories I've been trying to get in, or I have been getting in since I've been gaining weight, and that's just gonna be really difficult. So I think I'm gonna have to be really strategic about what I'm consuming. So look out for a video about how my diet is going on Invisalign. I'm sure I'm gonna do one about that. So anyways, so just for transparency's sakes, transparency, that's the word, transparency sakes, I'll let you guys know how much my plan is coming to. So they originally charged $6,880. They had initially quoted my insurance at $2,900, which is really which is not normal. Like that's really a lot. That's a high benefit, and they were giving me $1,000 discount from like friends and family. So they were saying I was going to be responsible for $2,980 initially. Now, after she re-verified my insurance, we found out that I actually didn't have that coverage. That was like an add-on coverage. So I had no orthodontics coverage. So then they opted to give me another discount of $1,000, so a $2,000 discount. So I don't have the new one, the new printout, but pretty much it was $6,880 minus $2,000. So we're at $4,880 is my out-of-pocket cost. So I mean, it's expensive, but you know, I miss having a really beautiful smile. My teeth are something that I notice on a regular basis every time like I look in the mirror or take pictures. So this is something I'm doing for me. So I'm worth it. So that's what we got going on for that. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to really cover. I pretty much told you guys the reason why I'm deciding to go over it. Oh, so I chose Invisalign over traditional braces also for the flexibility. Like, I know the flexibility could also be a problem if I'm not careful, but just, I don't want to have to worry about what I'm eating. I don't want to have to worry about noodles getting stuck, sticky stuff, all of that. Like, I don't want to have to worry about that. I want to be able to eat what I want to eat, and have that be that. In 18 to 24 months, most likely it'll be 24 months for me. That's 2 years. 2 years of having to be careful about what I'm eating. Like, I don't know how that makes me sound, and I don't care, but like, that's a problem for me. So that was my number one reason for why I didn't want traditional. Also, like, I've heard that traditional hurts, especially when you have to do the tightening of your wires, and when you first get it in, and you can have like sores in your mouth and just really uncomfortable. Then you also have to have the look. You have the look of braces. So, you know, being 29, 30 with braces. I mean, even though nowadays it's starting to become more cool, like I'm seeing a lot more adults with it, and they're like being fun and switching up their wires, but just traditionally, it's not something I ever saw for myself, like having braces in my 30s. So I don't really care for the look of them. And then also you have to go to the office a lot more frequently to get them checked or get them retightened, or if something pops, you know, all of that. Versus with Invisalign, like after my initial visit, which I have today, I get all my trays, so I don't have to go back. So that's definitely a huge perk. Like, I have all my trays, I switch them out as needed every week to 2 weeks or whatever it is, and I keep moving. So definitely looking forward to that. So just to say a little bit more about the appointments. So like I said, I had my consultation. I have an appointment today to get my first tray. With that first tray, they don't put any of the, what are they called? Adjustments? I think they're called adjustments. But they're like the bumpy stuff, the bumps that they put on your teeth that are like supposed to be teeth colored. I don't get that today. I just get a plain tray, and they're gonna show me how to put it in. I'm supposed to wear it for a week, and after that, then I go in for another appointment, and that's when they add the attachments. That's what they're called. What did I say? Adjustments? They're called attachments. So that's when they put the attachments on my teeth and give me the rest of all my trays for my treatment duration. So I was kind of annoyed that I had to do 2 visits within like 2 weeks, but they said that's the way they do it. So so today I have my first appointment, and I'll record for you guys how it is once I have it in my mouth. I have heard that you kind of have like a little bit of like a lisp, or like, you know, sound a little funny because of it. So probably when recording, I may end up taking them out, but I'm gonna be cautious because I only got 2 hours, and your girl may need to use that to eat and drink. So y'all may just have to deal with however I sound. It is what it is. So yeah, so with the attachments, you know, they choose different places it just makes the most sense for your treatment plan. So they had called me when they were finalizing mine and asked me if I would be okay with having them on my front teeth. And I was like, do I have an option? Because I did a lot of research, as I'm sure you are too, which is why you're watching this video. But the ones that go on your front teeth are a lot bigger than the ones on your other teeth, and I guess that's just because your front teeth are bigger, so they're a little more noticeable. And I didn't want that. And if I smile for you guys right now, like, I don't really have an issue with even like our front gaps. Like, I don't really have an issue with that. My main reason for wanting to get my teeth fixed is to pull in my bottom row. So anything else is secondary to me. So I was like, no, I don't want them on my front teeth, because that's not really a problem area to me. So they wanted to put them from my canine to my canine. So like here to the next one. But I opted out of that. So now it's just gonna be like the 2 next to my front teeth on both sides, which I'm fine with. They do have this new thing now where you can have like access to like a 3D image of your treatment plan, so it shows where your teeth are now and how they're supposed to look with each tray. So I will go ahead and add a clip of that if I can, so that you guys can kind of see what mine is supposed to look like. So that was pretty cool to me. It was funny though, because when I was first looking at it, I think I was okay with how they looked at like tray number 10. I didn't realize that wasn't the end. and I had like 10 more trays. So yeah, so anyways, this is my video. Like I said, I'll insert some clips in here for you guys to see a little bit more about what I'm talking about. But if you have any other questions about Invisalign, let me know below. Comment and let me know if you already have Invisalign and if you enjoyed it or not, or if you tried another kind of like clear braces, like Smiles Direct, or I was almost at Smiles R Us. Or is that it? One of them things. If you try something else, let me know. Or if you have any tips for me, because I know it's going to be some things I'm going to struggle with. So if you got any tips for this newbie here, let me know below. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, y'all. So after I recorded, I said I might as well include my full simulation treatment plan for you guys. So it's really cool because this is actually a mold. This is an image of my mouth. Like they used that camera I told you guys about and took this full-on image of my mouth. So this is what my teeth look like at the beginning of my treatment plan, and we're going to be able to kind of see what it's supposed to look like at the end. Now, of course, this is a simulation, so it can change. You know, my results can vary. My actual provider can decide to make changes at any point in time. So, right now, I'm just going to click through all the different options for you guys to just show you that you can, you know, really kind of change to whatever part you want to look at in your mouth and zoom in, turn it around, make it darker. Like I didn't even know about that super color. So there's a lot of features to it. It's actually really cool. It's super sensitive, so when I was first playing with it, it just kept moving all over the place and I was losing it. But eventually I got a hang of how it works. And this is the first time I think I've ever really seen how my teeth look like. So, you know, in this in-depth way. So, yeah, it's really cool. So down here at the bottom, that number line you're seeing right now is tray numbers. So as if you're paying attention, you'll see that my teeth are shifting as I move the arrow down. My gaps are becoming closer. My teeth are becoming straighter. But really the biggest thing is that my gap is disappearing on the top and the bottom. Now, I don't know. I do know. I don't really like my end result, which is this. I think it's too tight. So I'm going to talk to my doctor about it, but they close everything up. You know, I have no more gap, no more space in the front. That's what it will look like from the side, and then from the other side. So yeah, it definitely does what it's supposed to do.